Hi guys!
Hello.
Welcome back to Meeple's People Circus. And yesterday you saw Amy set up and how to play. Now we're going to be playing. We're looking to court the Fairchilds.
Okay, so to start with, we are going to decide who wants to be first place.
Can we...
There's nothing
Heads
but
or tails?
tails.
Tails.
Okay, so I would be the first player, so I'm going to take that little marker. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is turn over the theme card for this season. So that's essentials. Now, we're on the standard play board. So you can see as you're going around this board, this is actually going to be how long the game lasts for. And we have certain parts on the board that are just numbers. Then we have Village Fair, where we get an extra objective card. There's something there called Builder Holiday, National Holiday, and each of these is going to have a different effect. The ones that we need to pay the most attention to right now are courtship. So during the courtship phase, we are going to, on this season, see how we're doing, who's got the most points in terms of essentials. Then we will pick one of the Fairchild children to visit our estate for the season, and that card will become part of our hand for the season. Once we reach the next courtship, it comes out. We reassess for whichever the next theme is, and we will assign the Fairchild as necessary for that. So our actions are effectively what we're doing on the tiles. So I know that as part of the village fair, if you manage to flip the study tile, then you are going to get extra reputation and extra money at that particular round. So I just need to double check. I believe, just double check my hand limit.
We are back after the rule book checking.
I believe, I possibly have this wrong, that your entire hand is available.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought we've always had that.
I think it is. It's not.
There's nothing that says it's not.
Because in theory, there's a point where you might not be able to do anything because you're going to discard your hand and you might need to pass at some point, at which point you reclaim your deck.
Yeah.
So that, to me, would say yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to start by trying to go to the private study. So I need to assign my butler and 2 members of my family for that. So I actually have 5 members of the family right now.
When do we do the buy-in market?
Builder's market. I think it's after you enjoy your favours. So order of play would be rotate service, host activity. So rotate service is once we have used these meeples, we are going to put them into expended service.
So you don't want to spend them all?
You don't want to spend them all because they're going to then at the start of the next round go into the servants' quarters to have a rest, and then they're going to become available. So they're not going to be available in the next round, but they'll be available in the round after. So obviously we don't have to do that at the start of this round because nobody's exhausted. But
yes.
Yeah, so we've done that effectively. I'm then going to host my activity, which requires a butler and 2 members of family. So I'm going to play my Dowager Countess, and let's have the Earl of Asquith. So that's my 2 members of family. So this doesn't actually give me much of a benefit except for when it comes to the village fair. So I do, however, receive benefits off of these cards. So, and these ones are normally your casual or prestige symbols. This is my family symbols here. These are the requirements on the bottom for which members of staff are required. So in addition to your tiles, you might have extras that are required by the guests. These are your prestige points, and these in the bottom corner are your bonuses. So for me, I am going to get £300 and a prestige from this. So I'm going to take 300 from the bank.
Back then it wouldn't be £300, would it? It would be like £3. 300.
30 maybe.
Yeah, that's quite 300. Quite a lot back then.
Yeah, I'm not sure the exchange rate's quite right. And then they're going to go into my discard pile. So that's the part where I invite my guests. I have provided my service. I've enjoyed the favours. I can now choose if I like to go to the builders market. So I have 600 sitting here.
60.
Just keep it simple. 600. So that prices me out of these two. So I could do with,
Can you buy more than one?
in theory,
Cool.
would I prefer an afternoon ride?
Yeah, afternoon ride. What?
Ooh, servants' quarters would be fun. Yeah, let's have a servants' quarters. So that's going to 1, 2, 3, and the way Dave's shaking his head, I've just taken the thing that he wanted. So that goes under my service. Everything gets moved down to the left, so it becomes cheaper, and we pull a new tile out, which fills up that £800.
Everything is not awesome.
It's replaced by an English garden.
I took the wrong card.
So then I put my butler into expended service. I flip my event, so it's now showing my rows, and that is the end of my turn. That'll be your go.
One does not know what to do now.
Well, you can only start by, you don't have to rotate your service, so you have to choose one of the 5 events that you have currently sitting below your improvement.
I might do this. Because I want to spend the 2 family. I'm going to do the same.
You're going to do the same?
Because I want to spend the 2 family.
Okay.
Because I want the money.
Okay.
So I'm going to get 300 squid. I have the option of getting prestige or 100. Prestige or 100 and 200. I am not going to go for the prestige. I'm going for the 300 squid.
Okay.
Trois.
So, in case it's not immediately apparent, prestige at the end is going to make it worth a certain amount of points. The more you have, the more it is, and it's on a scale.
For our money all over the place.
Okay. So that's your benefits. What are you going to do with that particular builder's market?
My thing is, do you know what? What bonuses do you get for completing that at the end of the season?
So you will get one of the whoever gets the most points in essentials.
Is that up to courtship?
Up to courtship. So you have got that amount of time. You will get one of the Fairchild children, and you will draw a victory point card.
I'm gonna.
If it's a tie, we both get a victory point card, but the Fairchild child does not come to us.
I am
We can't make them.
spending 700.
I thought you might. Would you like to draw the tile?
Yes.
Okay.
Riding stables.
We have a cheap riding stables and an expensive riding stables.
These ones have stallions, and ones have mares.
Okay. So we're on round 2. Interestingly, the first player marker will only move after courtship. So it is my turn. I am going to... Ooh, what do I want? I
My
think
butler goes there.
he does. He goes into expended service, and you have already flipped that, which is great. I think I'm going to host afternoon tea. So it requires a footman and 2 gentry. So it could be any of my gentry. So let's have my son of Asquith. So that's Charles Viscount Pemberley.
Yeah, Mr. Viscount.
And he's going to invite Miss Caroline West. So she requires a lady's maid. So that is invited guests and provided service. So I'm now going to get my favours. So I have a prestige guest.
So 2 gentry.
2 gentry, so it's...
What's that mean?
A gentry is a card.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 2 ladies is 2 of them.
No, 2 ladies is 2 lady gentries.
But you've got 2 men.
I'm not. I'm hosting afternoon tea.
With 2 gentry.
2 gentry.
Doesn't that mean 2 men?
No, 2 gentry. Everybody who's of the higher echelons in that time was called gentry.
God, damn it, Mum.
Apologies for that one. So she's going to give me £100, and he's going to be the same as... Oh, I did not rotate my service. So same as Jay's, I can either take £100 or the prestige. At this point I'm going to take £200 because it's not exactly a lot. So he can go up here. I'm going to take my £200, and now I have 5 that I can do anything with. So let's flip my gazebo so that I know that that is done.
Gazebo.
Yep. And I think I'm going to... Oh, what would I like? I think I'm going to... In theory I don't have to do anything here.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pass on the builder's market right now. And I'm just going to clear my board, which I've effectively done.
I am going to the...
Butler's
I
room?
can't go to the butler's room yet.
You can't because he's currently in
I'm
servants' quarters.
going to go to the bowling green. So none of them need accompaniments.
Right.
So you have to explain these. So I have these on the back.
Okay. So you're going to get £300 from your tile anyway, so I would take that first. Okay. So, so this card will let you pick 2 casual guests and pick 1, or if you have a casual guest that is bad in your hand, you can dump it and dispose of it. This card is going to give you a casual guest, and if it's a male prestige is accompanied with it, you would get 2 reputation, but you don't.
Yeah.
So it's up to you right now. You're going to get a casual, and right now I'm guessing that you want to pick 2 casuals and pick 1 between them.
Yes.
So which one do you want first?
Well, I'd go for the 2 and pick 1.
Okay, 1, 2.
I will show you guys on the tube of view. So we have obviously 1 in with red is a no-no. So we are going for Aston Webb.
Okay.
He's an architect.
So let's put that there. It's not necessary to see that because I doubt we're going to get through the deck even if we do a shuffle there. And now you want your noble one?
Yes, I'm guessing he lets me build a tile for free.
I'll actually double check because that's actually a promotional card.
This was a...
Yeah, so we actually received some promotional bits.
We just got them sent, didn't we, through random?
I believe they were sent out because there was some misprint on the player guides.
Yeah.
So we've got sent out a couple of guests.
Promos, basically.
So yes, it will be take any one improvement tile from the builder's market at no cost.
And I pay that. I get that when I.
But you may not take a monument tile or use that guest in the heritage suite.
So that's when I play him.
And you discard to the bottom of the casual guest deck after activity. So it's a one-time use.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to keep that unique rule over by you so you remember? Okay.
And then I get to choose if I want to
Buy
anything. Hmm. Do you know what? No, I'm not going to buy anything. One is going to save one's money.
Okay. Right, in which case that takes us to
Village Fair.
Village Fair. So, Village Fair at the start, because we both flipped the sunny tile, we both received 2 reputation, and we both received £300 at the start of this round. So there you go, have 3.
Have you gained a reputation ahead of me?
Yes. Okay, and then it plays like a normal round. So, what am I doing?
So he moves forwards and he moves left.
Yeah, so let's rotate my service right now, then I know what I'm looking at. So I can't use that particular guest right now because I don't have the service available. I think I'm going to go to the butler's room with my butler and hire 2 servants from the supply because it's actually going to hold me back if I don't.
She's copying me. She knew I wanted to do that last round, so she was like, quick, I'm going to dive in there and get the servants before him.
So,
Spills my tile.
I'm thinking right now, you obviously don't get housemaids, housekeepers and butlers in servants for hire because they're obviously very loyal to the house being as high as they can go. So let's have...
I can't remember what the new expansions bring into it.
So upstairs, downstairs, I actually do have a card that is actually going to explain that. Where have I put it? I believe it's things like the chefs and...
Yay, my sort of people up here. I'm a chef.
Yeah, I think I put it in here actually.
Sorry for the
So the upstairs,
timeout.
downstairs expansion.
We will tell you at the beginning of the next video.
Yeah,
We
I will find it. It does look interesting.
We will do another round.
So I'm just going to have to include new cards as well.
Yeah, there's
so
there's promo cards that I wish we could have afforded.
Okay.
So it's new.
So let's take a couple of servants before I forget what I'm doing. So the under butler can perform any of the male service roles.
He's the butler's butler.
Yeah, he's pretty much more of a dog's body than the footman.
The lowest of the low.
Let's have a footman. And, it's kind of gamble whether I want to take a valet or a lady's maid. Let's have a lady's maid.
See, I'm doing a Formula 1 trick. I'm doing the opposite to what Amy's doing.
So I believe those go into your servants' quarters to begin with because they're not immediately available. Yeah, so that is my 2. That is my bonuses. Do I want to build anything?
When do we clear the builder's market?
When do we clear the builder's market?
Can we do we ever reset it?
Yep, so you can actually spend, you see up here on your special actions, you can actually spend your reputation, so you can go counterclockwise. So if you're desperate for money, you can spend 2 reputation to get £100. You can spend 3 reputations to refresh a servant from your servants' quarters and bring them into available service. Or you can spend 4 of your reputation and refresh the builder's market.
I never get enough reputation for that.
It's one of those sort of last ditch later on kind of efforts, I believe.
Or for me, I'd never ditch, never going to get it. I think last time you had like a million reputation and I had like none. 2.
Oh, I believe I've made a mistake. I should only have that amount of money because that's actually how much it costs on top of your builder's market. So these things here on the top costs. No, I actually didn't make up for it. So these are the costs on the builder's market, and you've got little white costs on the top right corner that actually explains how expensive a tile is.
So Ryden Stables, this one technically is 600.
It's currently 600.
That one's
100.
100.
Yeah. So I'm still going to spend 5, I think, and have that tennis court.
Stealing my tennis court now. Everything to steal my stuff.
So that comes down.
Should have bought it last round.
You should.
I was trying to save money. I was thinking, yeah, save money.
Except you've got loads of it. And what comes on is Hillside Kennels for a pheasant hunt. And then that goes into expended service. This one gets flipped. And that is my turn.
I went pheasant beating once.
And?
All it was I ran around with a stick. That's what the pheasant beaters do. You run around with a stick, hitting bushes, scaring the pheasants so they
Right,
fly,
okay.
and the people shoot them. I did that like once. Wasn't successful.
Fair enough.
I'm a country boy. Well, I'm going to go to the butler's room and go, dig, and I'm going to take him because I'm doing the opposite. Because that's the way I roll.
Fair enough.
And then I'm going to buy the tennis court. Oh, no, I'm not.
It's a rather attractive riding stable set, 500.
One is going to get an English garden.
600 for you. 1, 2. Would you care to draw the tile?
Yes. Just flipping stuff over.
So you know what you've done.
And we have a drawing room.
Okay. Right, so we're now on to courtship phase. So during courtship we don't host any events, we are just going to add up the essentials. So you obviously beat the hell out of me in terms of the essentials for your points. So you are going to take the top victory point card, and you can invite one of the Fairchild children into your estate. They are pretty much the same, they just require a valet or a lady's named. Which if you've got an extra valet, probably better to have him.
Well, I might not want him. You might be trying to court Miss Elizabeth Fairchild. But I won't. We like the top hat.
Okay, so this concludes the season. So we pass first player to you. We are going to change the theme, and we're going to leave this out because it's going to actually matter at the end. So the next one is estate.
Hell yeah.
So he's already ahead of me. Right, so that means that you're actually the first person on this round.
Oh, I best bring all these,
Mm-hmm.
and then he should have gone there, but he would go there now, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
That was the one. Yours would have done the same.
I will do the line at the start of my round, yes.
So, we want to...
How's your hand looking? Thin on the ground?
What's the bit now?
You will have to pass at some point to refresh your hand.
Can I just play him, this geezer?
If you have something that says 1 gentry.
Okay, so I can just play something with 2 gentry.
Yeah.
I'm going
As long as you
to...
have people to support it, you're fine.
I'm going to the gazebo,
Okay.
and I'm going to use
Afternoon tea with your footman.
Charles Fairchild as well.
Okay.
They're
So
having
he
tea in the
requires-
gazebo.
So he requires a valet.
That's alright, we've got loads.
Okay. So you get
We'll show this camera.
so you get 3 reputation.
Because
Yep. 1, 2, 3. So it goes round and that flips to a 2. Okay.
Hell yeah.
And his special superpower, you can take a card from the builder's market, but then discard it.
So he goes bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Later, mate. He goes in my disc.
Oh, bottom of the casual deck.
And what do I want? I'm going for a flower room.
Thought you might.
What?
And then you still have the option of building afterwards if you so wish.
Poor.
Before,
My rich
the riding stables are fairly cheap.
my rich family got a bit spend happy. Oh, there's a cricket field. Now we want the cricket field, but I can't afford it.
Okay.
But I'm going to buy a riding stables.
Yeah.
100 quid. Can't say no.
Why not? Would you care to pick one more without looking?
I'm not looking. Jesus.
Thank you.
We have a French garden. My family don't like that stuff in our English country garden.
Right. So let's rotate my service. I could really do with some cash, I think. Have I got anybody that's going to... Okay, so if we do that and that... Yeah, let's have that. So... Let's have a turn on the bowling green. So it's going to cost me a footman and 2 gentry. So I'm going to place this gentleman, Major Anthony Cole, who requires a 2nd footman and a valet, and the daughter of the house, Lady Eleanor Chesterton. So I have hosted, invited, provide service. So for this I get £300 from my child. So I'll take that. I get a casual guest for the lady, and on this one I have an admirer bonus, so if I have a male prestige guest, which I do, I also get this reputation, so I get 5 reputation right now.
Jesus, I thought I was doing well then. I thought, yay, I'm on 2 before. No, it's nearly on 3.
So that is going to spend my service.
I will lose miserably.
And let's see what I can do with that. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on an estate thing right now. That's really expensive, that French garden. I'm going to have that fenced paddock for 200 right now.
God, can you only afford a fenced paddock?
Yes,
like
because I'm not as
Not,
well off as some families.
not like my English garden and flower room.
Yes, I know.
Some people call it a greenhouse, but we don't because we are upper class.
And we have a great hall to replace it, which allows you to have a wall. But you need 6 gentry for it. Same with your French garden.
I was just reading what the.
That was actually round 5. So
Oh.
we're on to round 6.
I was just reading what the French,
is. Yes.
the English garden is. It's
The constitutional.
to me. I know what that is.
Walk. Right.
My
So
opinions.
during the start of this round, we draw 2 objective cards and we keep 1.
Yeah, because I drew
And I will put it right at the bottom.
I drew the worst.
Right. Hey. Okie dokie. Right.
I'm gonna go for. Do I risk it? Do I risk it? Do I risk it? Do I risk it?
Okay, so while Jay's trying to decide, I have got a fairly risky one and a fairly non-risky one.
Yeah, same.
And I think I'm going to go for this one.
Then I'll show you what risky and non-risky I have. So that's my risky. And then that's my non-risky. So I'm going risky. Let's just go for it. Shall I put the objective on the bottom?
Yeah.
And this is the start of the round properly now.
In theory, we should be putting our activities up here, but it does the same thing.
Activities.
When we're house the activities, we should be putting them up here, but I don't believe it actually makes much of a difference.
So you're just taking them all off and put them up
Oh,
there.
I do need to flip my lawn tennis.
Well, I think that's it for this video.
Yep.
We will start from my was once rich family, now very poor family, and we will see where this leads us. We are nearly halfway through the game.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, thank you guys so far for watching. Hope you're enjoying this video. This is, like I said before, a game that surprised me. I love the mechanics. It's really good. But yes, we will finish this off tomorrow, or we've probably got 2 more videos the way it's going. But yes, we will be back if Amy takes her head out of the rule book for a second.
Sorry.
And we will see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye.